All right, so y'all, this is a homework question from assignment number 11, where we're subtracting and adding rational expressions. Okay, so when we're adding and subtracting rational expressions, the first thing we want to make sure is we have a common denominator, and in this case, you can see that we do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write one big fraction here with an x minus 7 on the bottom. The numerator is 3x squared plus 8x. The only thing is, y'all, we are subtracting all of this right here. So we're subtracting a 24x and a positive 35, okay? So what I need to do is, when I'm subtracting, I got to think about this as a negative 1 that I'm going to multiply to both those pieces. So what that leaves me with, let me do this on the next slide, is I have a 3x squared, and it was a plus 8x, yeah, plus 8x minus 24x minus 35. Okay, and let me explain why am I putting minuses on both of those now. The reason I'm putting minuses on both of those is because a negative 1 times a 24 gives me a negative 24, and a negative 1 times a 35 gives me a minus 35. When I'm subtracting, I really need to think about all of this piece right here as being in parentheses, okay? All right, so now let's take a look. So now we're going to have a 3x squared. 8 minus 24 is a negative 16 with an x and a minus 35 all over x minus 7. Okay, so what I'd like to do now, y'all, is I want to see if I can factor the top part. Okay, in order for me to factor the top part, I need to multiply the first number times the last number. So let me see what 3 times 35 is. Let me clear this out here. Okay, what's 3 times 35? That's 105. Okay, so 3 times 35 is a 105. I'm trying to see if I have any numbers that multiply to 105 but add up to a 16. Okay, so I know 1 and 105, 3 and whatever 105 divided by 3 is. Let me see. 105 divided by 3, 35. Okay, we can go 5 and 21. We can go 7 and 15. No, 7 and 15? Is that right? Let me see. 7 and 15, I think, is right. Yes, but let's see. Guys, I'm trying to get a negative 16. If I use these numbers here, and I make this one positive, and I make that one negative to get my negative 105, there's my negative 16. Okay, so let's go ahead and start factoring that out. So we're going to have a 3x squared. I'm just factoring the top part right now. Plus 5x minus 21x minus 35. Out of here, I can factor out an x, and I'm left with a 3x plus 5. Out of here, I can take out a negative 7, and I'm left with a 3x plus 5. Okay, so we did that right. Those are matching up. So that leaves me with 3x plus 5 all over x minus 7, or an x minus 7. The denominator was already an x minus 7. So that tells me that this piece here and that piece there are going to cancel. So all I'm left with, y'all, is just a 3x plus 5, okay? Y'all got any questions? Let me know. I'm happy to help.